crisp, cool, and refreshing. Cucumbers are one of the most consumed vegetables in the world. From pickles to salads, sushi to skincare, their versatility is unmatched. But have you ever wondered what it takes to grow, harvest, and process the millions of tons of cucumbers that reach your grocery store every year? In this video, we'll take you behind the scenes of incredible cucumber farming, where high-tech agriculture meets age-old practices. From seed to supermarket shelf, from open fields to modern sorting lines, every step is a blend of precision, efficiency, and care. Let's discover how millions of cucumbers are planted, nurtured, hand-picked, washed, sorted, and packed, ready to travel across continents and onto your plate. Cucumber farming begins with one essential element: the seed. Cucumber seeds are carefully selected based on the variety and the purpose, whether for fresh market consumption or industrial pickling. In large commercial farms, planting is done in spring or early summer, depending on the region. The soil must be well-drained, nutrient-rich, and loose, perfect for the cucumber's shallow root system. Farmers often use raised beds covered with black plastic mulch. This not only retains moisture, but also controls weeds and increases soil temperature, speeding up germination. Seedlings are either sown directly into the field or pre-germinated in greenhouses. Spacing is crucial. Cucumbers need air circulation to prevent disease. Each plant is usually spaced 12 to 18 inches apart, with rows 3 to 4 feet wide. Drip irrigation systems run beneath the mulch to deliver water precisely to the roots, minimizing waste and promoting strong growth. Within 5 to 10 days, the seeds sprout. By the third week, the vines start spreading. By week 6, flowering begins, and within 2 weeks, tiny cucumbers appear, growing rapidly thanks to optimal heat, sunlight, and regular feeding. There are two main cucumber growing systems: open field cultivation and greenhouse farming. In open fields, trellising is common. Farmers install support structures like bamboo poles or plastic netting to train the vines upward. This prevents fruit rot from ground contact and makes harvesting easier. In greenhouses, cucumber vines grow vertically with string trellises under controlled temperature, humidity, and lighting. This method allows year-round production, especially in cooler climates. Advanced hydroponic systems deliver nutrient-rich water directly to roots, accelerating growth and increasing yield per square meter. Integrated pest management is also key. Farmers use natural predators like ladybugs or introduce pheromone traps to reduce harmful insects without chemicals. Cucumbers are highly sensitive to water stress, pests, and powdery mildew. Daily monitoring, pruning, and irrigation adjustments are part of the routine. By 50 to 70 days after planting, the cucumbers reach commercial maturity, between 6 to 9 inches long, deep green, and firm. They're ready to harvest. Despite automation in many crops, cucumbers are still mostly harvested by hand, one by one. Farm workers move through rows with crates or baskets, gently twisting each cucumber from the vine. Timing is essential. Cucumbers grow quickly, and waiting even a day too long can result in oversized, bitter fruits. Harvest typically happens early in the morning to preserve freshness and minimize heat exposure. Workers wear gloves and use shade nets on collection carts to prevent sunburn on the tender skin. In some high-yield farms, semi-automated carts with conveyor belts allow workers to place cucumbers directly onto a moving belt that carries them to onboard bins. Initial grading happens in the field. Misshapen, overgrown, or damaged cucumbers are culled immediately. Only uniform, glossy green cucumbers are selected for the fresh market. Each crate is labeled with harvest time, field section, and picker ID, ensuring traceability and quality control from the very first touch point. Within hours, the cucumbers are transported in cooled trucks to nearby processing and packing facilities. At the processing plant, speed and temperature control are critical. Freshly harvested cucumbers arrive at the facility and are first emptied onto a water flume, a gentle washing channel that removes dust, debris, and soil while cushioning the fruit. Next comes a soft brush scrubber that gently cleans the skin without damaging the surface. High-pressure misting systems keep cucumbers cool and hydrated throughout the process. After washing, cucumbers pass through a hydro-cooling tunnel, a chilled water bath that quickly drops their temperature to preserve freshness and extend shelf life. This step is crucial. Cucumbers are over 95% water and highly perishable. Without rapid cooling, they begin to dehydrate and soften within hours. Once pre-cooled, they're air-dried and moved to the grading line. Here, automated cameras and sensors inspect each cucumber for size, length, curvature, and color. Rejected cucumbers are diverted for juicing, animal feed, or compost. Graded cucumbers are sorted into different categories: Class A for premium retail, Class B for food service, and Class C for processing. Packing depends on the customer. Supermarket cucumbers may be shrink-wrapped individually to reduce moisture loss. Others are packed in plastic trays or bulk boxes. Some farms use eco-friendly alternatives like compostable wraps or reusable crates. Before packing, cucumbers are misted again to rehydrate and given a final inspection by human sorters to catch any defects missed by machines. Each box receives a label indicating origin, harvest date, variety, grade, and tracking barcode. For export shipments, phytosanitary certificates and temperature loggers are included. Packaging is done in temperature-controlled rooms to maintain freshness. Once boxed, cucumbers are stacked onto pallets and stored in cold rooms at 10 to 13 degrees Celsius with 90 to 95% humidity. For long-distance transport, reefer trucks and containers ensure a continuous cold chain from farm to store. While slicing cucumbers dominate fresh markets, pickling cucumbers follow a slightly different route. These are smaller, crunchier varieties harvested at just 2 to 4 inches in length. After sorting and cooling, they're sent directly to pickling facilities, where they're immersed in brine tanks or vinegar solutions. Pickling operations involve stainless steel vats, automated filling machines, and airtight jar sealers. Spices like dill, garlic, and mustard seeds are added in precise proportions, depending on the recipe. Pasteurization is used to sterilize the jars and extend shelf life. Pickled cucumbers are a global favorite, from American dill pickles to Korean oisobagi and German gherkins. After processing, jars are labeled, boxed, and palletized, ready for supermarket shelves worldwide. Modern cucumber farming is evolving towards sustainability. Water-efficient drip irrigation, biodegradable mulches, and biological pest control help reduce environmental impact. Precision farming tools like GPS-guided tractors and AI-based crop monitoring ensure better yields with fewer resources. Some farms are experimenting with robotic harvesters that can gently pick cucumbers using soft grippers and machine vision, promising solutions to labor shortages. Vertical farms in urban areas are also producing cucumbers hydroponically, reducing transport miles and using 90% less water than traditional farms. Researchers are developing new cucumber varieties with improved disease resistance, longer shelf life, and better taste, ensuring this humble vegetable continues to thrive in future markets. From sunlit fields to glass jars, from hand-picking to high-speed sorters, the journey of the cucumber is one of quiet complexity. Behind every crispy slice lies a hidden world of science, labor, and logistics, ensuring that millions of tons of cucumbers are safely and efficiently harvested, processed, and delivered around the world. Whether it ends up in your salad bowl, sandwich, or pickle jar, the next time you bite into a cucumber, you'll know just how much goes into every crunch. Thanks for watching. Every year, more than 100 million metric tons of sweet potatoes are harvested across the globe. From humble farms to state-of-the-art processing facilities, this root vegetable plays a crucial role in feeding millions. But what does it take to grow, harvest, and mass-produce sweet potatoes at scale? Today, we go behind the scenes of the global sweet potato industry, where precision farming meets industrial engineering, to see how this vibrant orange crop travels from soil to supermarket shelves. Sweet potatoes can grow in poor soil, withstand dry conditions, and have a relatively short growing cycle of about 90 to 150 days, depending on the variety. Unlike many crops that begin from seeds, sweet potatoes are grown from slips, small, rooted sprouts taken from mature sweet potatoes. These slips are typically cultivated in temperature-controlled greenhouses or warm, moist beds until they reach 6 to 12 inches in length. Each slip is a genetic clone of the parent plant, ensuring consistency in flavor, color, and yield. In large-scale operations, once the slips are ready, they're bundled and shipped in bulk to commercial farms, sometimes by the millions. There, the real work begins. Before planting, the fields are prepared with industrial-grade precision. Giant disc harrows loosen the soil, creating the ideal conditions for tuber expansion. Sweet potatoes thrive in sandy, well-drained soil, which helps prevent rot and allows for easier harvesting later on. Next, GPS-guided planters take over. These machines can plant tens of thousands of slips per acre in carefully spaced rows. Each slip is inserted into the soil at just the right depth and angle, ensuring optimal rooting and early growth. In the past, this process was done entirely by hand, with farm workers bending over for hours in the sun. But today, modern transplanters allow a handful of operators to plant hundreds of acres in a matter of days. The fields are then irrigated, either with overhead sprinklers or drip lines buried under the soil. Fertilizers are added based on soil analysis, often delivered through these same irrigation lines for efficiency. Within a few days, the slips begin to perk up and establish roots. Soon, vibrant green vines will spread across the fields, an early sign that the mass production cycle is well underway. From clone to crop, the planting phase sets the tone for everything that follows. And with the groundwork laid, the plants are ready to begin their months-long journey beneath the soil. Weed control is vital. Mechanical cultivators and pre-emergent herbicides help prevent competition for nutrients. Pest threats like wireworms and flea beetles are managed with targeted treatments, often applied only where needed. Throughout the season, precise fertilization ensures optimal starch development and uniform size. This careful balance of science and timing is what transforms each slip into a high-yield, high-quality harvest. When the vines begin to yellow and die back, it's time for the next big step: harvest. Harvesting sweet potatoes is a race against time and weather. Once mature, the tubers must be lifted carefully to avoid bruising, cracking, or rotting. Large-scale farms use specialized harvesters that dig beneath the surface and gently raise the sweet potatoes onto conveyors. These machines are calibrated to maintain minimal soil disruption while avoiding damage to the crop. But machines can't do everything. Teams of workers follow close behind, hand-picking, inspecting, and sorting in real time. Damaged or undersized tubers are set aside, while market-grade potatoes are loaded into bins. Each acre can yield 10 to 20 tons of sweet potatoes, and large operations may harvest hundreds of acres over a few weeks. Speed, skill, and care must all come together, because the moment sweet potatoes leave the soil, their shelf life countdown begins. After harvest, sweet potatoes are immediately transported from the fields to nearby packing facilities. Here, speed is critical, not just to preserve freshness, but also to reduce moisture loss and prevent spoilage. The first step is cleaning. Sweet potatoes arrive covered in soil, which must be gently removed. Industrial washers spray high-pressure water from multiple angles, loosening dirt without damaging the skins. Soft brushes and rotating drums complete the cleaning process, while wastewater is filtered and reused to reduce environmental impact. Once clean, the tubers move down sorting conveyors, where they're spaced and oriented for inspection. High-resolution cameras and artificial intelligence systems scan each potato in real time, evaluating size, shape, color, and surface defects. Tubers are then graded into multiple categories: premium grade for fresh market sale, second grade for food processing, off grade for animal feed or composting. Weight-sensitive sorting lines direct each category into its appropriate packaging zone. For fresh market varieties, sweet potatoes are packed in ventilated crates or cartons. Others are set further into the facility for peeling, slicing, or freezing. Throughout the process, human inspectors double-check the machine's decisions, ensuring quality standards are met before any product leaves the facility. It's a seamless blend of automation and human judgment, where millions of tubers are handled individually, yet efficiently, every day. And now, with the sweet potatoes clean, graded, and ready, we move into the heart of industrial transformation: factory processing. With the sweet potatoes cleaned, processed, and portioned, the final step is packaging, designed not only for protection, but also for efficiency in global distribution. For fresh produce, tubers are packed into breathable cardboard cartons or mesh bags, labeled with harvest date, grade, and origin. Packaging lines move quickly, often handling over 10,000 pounds per hour. To extend shelf life, temperature and humidity are tightly controlled from this point forward. For frozen or processed products, vacuum-sealed bags, rigid plastic containers, or laminated pouches are used. These are run through metal detectors and X-ray scanners to ensure safety before being boxed and palletized. Each pallet receives a tracking barcode, allowing it to be scanned and monitored through the entire supply chain, from cold storage warehouses to shipping containers, distribution centers, and retail shelves. In just a few days, a shipment can travel thousands of miles by truck, rail, or cargo ship to supermarkets, restaurants, or food service providers across continents. Thanks to logistics software, warehouse automation, and cold chain infrastructure, sweet potatoes now reach global markets year-round in peak condition. What began as a sprout in a greenhouse ends as a finished product in someone's kitchen, baked, mashed, fried, or served as chips. Behind every sweet potato lies a carefully orchestrated system of farming, machinery, and human expertise, all working together to feed the world, one harvest at a time. If you enjoyed this deep dive into how sweet potatoes are mass-produced, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes looks at how everyday things are made. From farm to factory, from raw materials to final products, we uncover the fascinating processes that power the world around us. Tap the bell icon so you never miss an episode.